You go from Arizona to San Fran to Berlin to New York to LA.
No, LA and then New
LA
York
to New
for
York.
a short period of time.
Naturally. Do you feel like
I don't know.
it feels like you got cooler, or does it feel like you're getting less cool with each move?
Uh,
There's a clear
I,
trajectory
I've
there.
never been cool.
Okay.
I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about like maybe there's something fundamentally wrong with me where I feel like I have to like move every like 6 or 7 years. I don't know.
You feel like you're running away from something?
Maybe.
Yeah. I think most people, at least you're not a digital nomad.
That's right. I am a digital DJ.
But, okay, no, what if you don't feel like you're cool?
I don't know. I just don't identify with stuff that I think is like largely agreed upon as cool.
Yeah.
Other than I do my own thing. I make art and I make a living out of art, which is pretty cool. That is cool to me. I guess I'm kind of stylish, but
Oh, yeah.
that kind of thing.
Damn right.
And I don't know.
You've made those aviator glasses work for you for many years now.
I have.
And the Jersey Polo.
That's right.
The Jersey Polo
Exactly.
slaps. Do you know about the Jersey Polo? I don't know if it's the same in the States, but the Jersey Polo here is a sort of like, I doubt you've seen this on your algorithm, but there's a thing called the Chelsea life jacket.
No, what's that?
Do you know about Chelsea as an area in London?
No. Kayvon loves the football team.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't stand to watch football.
That's okay. What sports do you like?
I used to do archery when I was a kid.
Whoa.
And I used to do volleyball.
Okay.
Because I was also like, quite tall for my age. And so they're like, okay.
Yeah. What sort of people in school did volleyball attract?
Mormons.
Okay, so you go to Berlin, you hone your skills as a DJ and electronic music producer, and people really like it.
Yeah.
And some of these people exist online, right? And you have the Avalon Emerson subreddit. Well, you don't have it, but people made that.
Yeah, that cropped up in the last like few years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And
I think it's really cute.
what is the average Avalon Emerson fan like?
Sweet, kind of emotional, nerdy girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Well, so I have a quote here from the Berghain community subreddit, right?
Oh, yay.
Avalon's set was probably the best set I've ever heard. We were glued to the floor and couldn't stop smiling. It was one of those sets where you just think everything is okay, life is good, and I should probably call my mum.
Oh.
Does like repeated exposure to like sort of intense moments of connection and like ego death,
like seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, does it wear on you, or like do you become desensitized to that, or does it never get old?
That's an interesting question. It's like I feel like when I see stuff like that, this like kind of like breathless like love, it's like really wonderful, and sometimes it's like the thing that makes me keep going for sure. So I don't get sick of it. Yeah,
it's not
I
like
get desensitized to it.
I saw Lena Dunham say recently that she's like people come up into her in the street sort of, and because of like the tone of girls, people kind of tell her about their deepest, darkest like trauma.
Right,
Thank you,
for sure.
Rose.
You don't feel like sort of, but she actually did end up saying like, but please keep doing it. You don't feel like jaded at all by like having to be the sort of moment of intense connection for everyone, because it's
kind of intense for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's why I do it. And if I kept DJing and that stuff didn't happen, then I feel like I would be doing something wrong.
Yeah. Do you feel nostalgic do you feel like you were in Berlin and do you feel, or San Fran conversely, do you feel like you saw glimpses of those places while they were still in the
back in the day
good
times?
part?
I think it's always back in the day. It's like when I moved to Berlin, it was full of people who were like, you missed out. It used to be so much cooler.
And that's still the case today.
I think so.
Has that
yeah.
always been happening in Berlin, I wonder?
I think it's everywhere.
Right. You missed the good part.
You missed it.
It feels like an equivalent to me of like people pining for indie sleaze even though they weren't like alive for it or something. Like nostalgia overload for something that may have not been
The slow death of the future.
Right. Wow. We're getting Mark Fisher in here.
I think that's everywhere. It's just a time, and I guess places that were very like easy and cheap to have a good time, kind of like propped up by various zero interest rate phenomenon stuff. It's kind of any big culture city.
Yeah.
So it's more of a time to be nostalgic for, which like was fun.
Yeah.
And like definitely before the era of like really gnarly social media and phones was fun.
How does it feel to be 3 years ahead of the curve of the zeitgeist in Charlie XCX when she said that the dance floor is dead, so we're making rock music?
Insofar that that is a true statement that she believes,
which we can't verify.
Which we can't verify. I don't think I'm making rock music either.
No, but I had to think of a way to show in a Charlie XCX quote.
She's great.
Do you think, like, do you take that that statement at anything beyond face value of like positioning the album and sort of saying something rage baity?
I mean, I think that she's such a just monster, fantastic songwriter, and that is, I think, like just the major engine behind her success. But she's also able to like lasso the zeitgeist and the culture and like steer it in a way that it's also like such a force, and that's also part of her genius.
Lasso was crazy. Is that kind of?
I have some family friends are like they have ranches and stuff, so I have been around.
Real ranches and cowboys and cowgirls. Yeah. Fuck. You just said that you don't make rock music, which I agree with, but I've also seen you say that like.
I don't know what kind of music I make.
Well, I was just going to say, so
I hate this.
In a previous interview, you said...
I don't have a good answer.
Well, it kind of depends who you're talking to, right? Like,
it's
because
true.
You don't know how much of a music nerd they are.
Right.
If I'm talking about my music, I just say I'm ripping off someone. Or like I tell
like a little elevator pitch so they can orient your mind.
Yeah, you don't want to do that in an interview, do you? But you still find it, like, because you said in an interview recently, you like dream pop, apparently, right?
You know, that's kind of a misquote from Philip. And I'm still mad about it.
Okay, but you kind of you traded carving out kick drums for proper songwriting.
Yeah, I think I've gotten into like what makes a song good and like how far can you strip it back and dress it with other things and have it still stand up. Like that's a really interesting idea to me.
Yeah. Would you say you went to flow state?
I try to get there. Yeah.
How do you get there?
I don't know. I don't know how to get
be there.
It helps if Nathan's there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really helps like working with someone who is like, I think he and I share a lot of similar like hard skills, and it helps to like swap the seat sometimes where it's like he's on Logic and like cutting and arranging things, and then I can be on a microphone like riffing through vocal melodies and lyrics and you know, going over to the synth and everything, and it's not just me alone with my computer and everything.
Yeah. Did it take you time coming from electronic music to be able to work well with other people? Because presumably when you were making electronic music, it was, to my knowledge, it was a fairly...
Yeah, it's a solo endeavor, thing. I think. But it took a while, definitely, to learn where to... Like, one of my first like collaborative experiences actually was with Rami. And we were working, it was like right before things shut down in COVID. And she was working on her new album, and like I hadn't done anything like that before, and so I was in the studio like, okay, like got my computer, I got some beats, and like let's talk about like arrangement and stuff. And like, yeah, she had such a clear idea of like arrangement and everything, which made it quite easy, because like that was, I think, part that like with this new kind of non-dance music song structure, I was like, I don't really know, like what's the basic structure that you can learn and then break if you want. But she's so lovely and so sweet, and Jamie was there too, and it was just pretty chill and fun, and I was like, okay, this is like, you know, this is cool, this is fun, can do this. And then kind of at the same time I was not DJing because everything had shut down, and was just Hunter, my wife and guitarist in The Charm, we were just kind of playing around, and she was making some stuff on the guitar, and I recorded it, and then later made just like a quick little minute and a half like structure and beat, no lyrics really, or was there any humming or anything, I don't know. And then that kind of became Sandrell Silhouette, and then I was like, okay, like banger, let's make an album. And I was talking with Nathan, and we had worked a little bit on a Magnetic Fields cover, Long Forgotten Fairy Tale, which I put in my DJ kicks, and I loved working with him, and he's amazing. And so I was like, okay, I got some demos and songs, like would you like to make an album with me? And it worked out. He was down.
At what point along that sort of pivot did you become confident in like this sort of songwriting?
I think by the time the first album was kind of done. I was
Mhm.
like, okay, cool, I can do it. But then the second album, I got into the, I guess, unsure period where it's like, okay, I don't really have any like songs I'm sitting on because I haven't been like a songwriter forever.
Mm.
And so it was a lot of like starting from zero
Mm.
in the studio with Nathan. But
That's actually kind of
turns
ideal
out,
sometimes.
yeah, that's great too.
Yeah. You made most of this album in Braintree, Essex.
Yeah.
Braintree, Essex is home to the ancestors of one of the founding fathers of America, John Adams.
Really?
Yeah. And they emigrated from Braintree, Essex
Okay.
to Braintree, Massachusetts.
Right. We have a lot of
There was a lot of guys doing that.
a lot of V2s over on the East Coast.
Yeah. Transplants.
There's the Leeds. There's all kinds of stuff. There's a Manchester.
Braintree, Essex is also home to Ollie Murs and Louis Spence, who I'm positive you won't know who they are.
No, I don't know.
Ollie Murs is sort of a X Factor graduate. Do you know about the X Factor?
Remind me.
X Factor is like our pop idol.
Okay.
It was huge between like the mid noughties and the mid tens.
Right. Like our American Idol kind of.
Exactly. Ollie Murs is sort of a kind of a fine pop star.
Mm.
And then Louis Spence is a sort of a gay icon in some ways of the tens. He was the face of a dance studios in London called Pineapple Dance Studios. But I just wanted to check if you knew anything of the kind of the notable names that have come out.
Prodigy too.
The Prodigy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Not Keith Flint. Harlow.
I only know I learned about the Prodigy being from Braintree after people told me about
But
it.
what's in the water in Braintree, man?
Something
Yeah.
nice.
What did you kind of
Drink the water.
Did you?
We did. Yes.
Did you get to experience much of Essex?
I don't think so. We went to a pub. That was cool.
Did you notice
We
like
went to
the
a nice Tesco.
nice Tesco?
Yeah, I thought it was nice. Yeah.
Okay, big one.
Yeah,
Superstore.
big Tesco. Yeah, exactly.
We kind of have like a lack of superstores in the city of London. I would say we got too many like expresses,
Right.
and the prices are higher, and the
They
sort
are.
of selection is lower. You didn't notice anything about the sort of the different style in Essex,
We were kind of locked in the barn mostly.
as you should be.
Yeah.
But
There was so many little creatures around though. Like these little like things called muskjacks. They're like tiny deer. So cute.
but how long were you in Braintree? Back to your album.
Like 2 weeks.
Okay, and was most of it done in that sort of time, or
Yeah. Some of it was done also in the studio in Tottenham,
okay?
in Nathan's studio.
Oh, nice. And do you work well in that sort of like 2 week? Let's get it done.
You know, I'm finding I do.
Okay.
It's great. I've never
When
done
the
that
pressure's
before.
on.
Yeah.
Turn up.
Or it's just like, you wake up, do music all day,
Yeah.
and then kind of make dinner and
Kind
go
of
to
a
bed
dream.
and do it again. It
Yeah.
is the dream. It's great. The last vacation I ever had.
You're a DJ. You're always on vacation. Do you see yourself as an empath?
I think that being able to vibe into what a crowd is thinking and feeling is part of the job of a DJ. So I think I'm
Can you
pretty
be a
at
good
that.
DJ without being a good empath?
There are DJs that are probably not good empaths.
We're not going to name it, shame.
I mean,
Yes.
he's definitely empathetic. You know how I know? Because he is so good at making focaccia. And you can't make
come
focaccia.
on. You could be a dickhead and make
No,
focaccia.
I don't think you can.
You need to spend more time in London. There are plenty of dickheads making focaccia.
Wow.
Tea
Maybe
towel
you
over
just
the
don't.
shoulder.
Maybe you just don't know them. Maybe they're sweet.
Yeah, maybe I'm just a dick. I want to talk about your live show. I saw the first Charm live show
Oh, brother.
at Laylo,
Oh my God.
which is an esteemed. If you get the Laylo residency, it's a good start to any sort
I
of
heard that
live
too.
project. So, hats off to you. But more importantly, I think it has come on so much. Not that it was great when it started, but
It was not great when it started.
yeah, it wasn't great. But it's great now.
It's good now. Yes.
To me, the story of it is that you are when I first saw you do that show, you were sort of doing like 3 things at once.
Yeah.
You
for
were
sure.
like engineer. You had all this gear on
Mhm.
stage. You had all this amazing outboard gear. And now you're a front woman. But how have you developed such a strong live show?
We worked on it very hard during this winter, and I think having more songs and like more space sonically to project from the stage is massive. And just like you never have to start from zero again. You know, I mean, like when I started, like there was so much that I didn't know that I didn't know, you know,
Right.
and I was bringing some experience of like being on stage and like having a fairly good knowledge of Ableton. And now it's like I learned so much on that first tour, and then now with the new songs and more of a vision of like how I want to project it. Having a great light show, just having things locked and figured out from the first go around is huge. And yeah.
But in terms, live touring is like a whole other ball game. Like financially, you've spoken about how like the effects of the long dick of capitalism on the music industry.
Yeah.
Do you think you're flattering capitalism when you say that?
Probably.
Yeah.
But
do you think capitalism has big dick energy?
I think the phrase is everything is fucked by the long dick of private equity, which is true.
Misquote.
It ruins everything.
We're gonna go to the TV screen. So I'm gonna basically go through some images that I've just prepared.
Excellent. Free association.
If you have something to say, great. If you don't, that's also fine.
Okay, cool.
Shall I reveal?
Reveal, please.
Oh, peak male, you know.
Yeah, this guy has a
Peak
long
male
dick.
form.
This guy has a long dick for sure.
Is that a clover necklace?
Good question. Could we, producer,
And a
confirm
pinky
or deny?
ring or a regular ring?
Not in the resolution is good enough to really.
Enhance.
Have you been keeping track of Morrissey's recent movements?
Not that much.
Yeah.
I have never seen Morrissey live. I don't know if I will.
Probably not at this
I know,
point.
right?
But he's still playing.
It's funny. He plays all these like funny, like his tour announcements are so funny. It's like days and days in Las Vegas and like Sacramento and like weird places in America. But
They just don't know what he's saying.
does
online.
does he play in the UK a lot too?
No.
Because he just
I do like one day at the Royal Albert.
yeah.
Really?
Or why does he play like weird places in America versus the UK?
It's the same with the Cure.
Yeah. Why is the Cure so big with Latin?
Yeah, goth.
Okay, we can.
There's probably some papers on it.
Yeah, for sure. Do you read a lot of papers?
No, but I would love to read that one. What?
The relationship between like emos and goths and Latin culture.
Yeah.
Well, have you
I
seen?
like the Smiths particularly.
Have you seen those clips of the emos versus punks in Mexico City of 2008?
No.
In 2008, there was like, so Mexico City has a strong protesting culture, I believe, or that could be just chatting out my ass. But in 2008,
Yeah.
not just in America and the UK or wherever there was their strong emo and punk culture, but in Mexico City, there was a real emo punk rift. And in 2008, they came to the streets of Mexico City and kind of wasn't aggressive,
The dance off.
but like there were police there. It
Okay.
was insane. It's
Amazing.
yeah, super
Who
impressive.
won?
I think it was a stalemate. Do you reside on one side more?
Oh, I guess emo then.
Yeah. Punk mentality, emo music.
Yeah. I think there's cool things in both.
Okay. What's coming to your mind?
I also never watched Girls.
Okay, good.
Um,
I've watched 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Does
Does it strike a nerve as hard in the UK?
It's a really beautiful summation of like creative culture in an urban environment,
Yeah.
coming of age.
People love it. I don't know, and they kind of reference it when talking about like New York so much. But
It was really good, but I just it sort of it came at the wrong time for me. I'm sort of anti-TV right now.
they're both brilliant, and this was kind of like peak and emergent in both of their careers. So
If
Good job.
if Jan Kantonoff came calling and he's like, "Hey Avalon, love written interchanges of the record. We should totally get into my studio in LA sometime. Are you hanging up? Are you going like, holy fuck, yes, I'll bite your hand off?"
I feel like I would feel dumb if I said no.
Yeah.
And I think he's
And he is an incredible producer.
for sure. I'm not really like into because like as I've kind of started to experience, like there's like this massive world of like songwriters and like producers and people who kind of
Yeah.
do this thing more or less behind the scenes and then like crank out all these pop songs for all kinds of people.
Right.
But like that seems kind of scary to me, and like I don't want to do that.
Which part? their songwriting.
Just like getting in the room with like some like random person who has a bunch of
Oh my
credits on
God,
something. And I'm
man.
like,
Have you done much of that, like blind dating? Like your manager sets you up with someone and it's
No.
like, make a hit.
no. I have,
Seems bizarre.
yeah,
I don't know how
For
anyone
sure.
does that, sort of like just
a lot of people do that.
straight in.
A lot of people do that.
But
Yeah.
Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. That's
I
a
like
great
Sabrina
pop song.
Carpenter. She's great.
She's an incredible performer. She had a great Coachella performance that nobody spoke about.
I think people,
Sorry,
about
people
it.
did speak about
People
it, but my algorithm
definitely
was more
did.
catered to Justin Bieber and whether it was like,
whether it was good or not.
whether it was good or not. What does she mean to you, Evelyn?
Earth Angel. She's amazing.
Where does she, well, we've already done a Mount Rushmore of pre-choruses.
She's great with that.
Shit, yeah, we should have spoken about Robin.
Yeah,
She is great at
true.
pre-chorus.
Fantastic songwriter. So sweet.
Yeah?
Yeah. And a brilliant performer. And yeah, I think that this next tour is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see it.
I saw her at Hackney Empire the day that album came out. It was insane.
This album.
Yeah. She is an amazing performer. And then what was more impressive, and I guess testament to the fact that she's been a pop star for like however many years now, she does the show, and then there's this after party that for some reason I was invited to. There's kind of Radio 1 DJs there. I'm like, this is cool. Robin comes along. I'm like, why is Robin at her? Like, I would have thought she's too cool. She does the after party and she handles it like a fucking boss. She's like, everyone, she walks in, it's this tiny bar called Ellie's in Dalston where Charlie XCX had her wedding. And she sits in the corner. Naturally, sort of like any sort of London micro celebrity or musician is just forming a crater
For sure.
around Robin.
Holding court.
And she's just handling it. And I just think if I was in kind of her position and I did the massive show on release day, I'd be like, I'm not doing the after party. And she probably doesn't want to do it either, but she just fucking... How do you feel like, can you handle sort of post-show?
Post-show for sure, because
Yeah.
it's done.
And you're on a high and everyone's
Yeah.
being nice to you anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm kind of an extrovert in general, and I feel good being around people.
Yeah.
And usually it's the friends and stuff who came to the show, and you didn't really get to say hi. So like
Mhm.
before the show is kind of like needs to be cocooned.
Yeah,
by,
yeah.
But
Get the fuck away from me.
after
Yeah.
Guinness,
Goodness.
let's go.
If we're doing a Mount Rushmore of like female pop vocalists or female pop artists, is Robin on it?
Yeah, Robin's on it.
Who else is on it?
Kate,
Yeah.
Janet Jackson,
Kate Nash, obviously, you're talking about.
Kate Bush, and probably Janet Jackson. Oh man,
Mhm.
who am I forgetting? Like, how many people are on Mount Rushmore?
4?
So now I'm on the last one. I have to make it good.
You got Gaga, you got Rihanna, you got Whitney, Beyonce. you got-
Stevie Nicks.
Hell yeah. Way cooler than any of the names I listed.